Arsenal open to allowing star transfer away due to key Arteta concern. Arsenal fullback Takehiro Tomiyasu could be a candidate for the Emirates Stadium exit door either in January or next summer due to concerns over the player's fitness record. CaughtOffside understands. The Japan international was given a new 2-year contract earlier this year, but it was not a longer deal due to the fact that he's had so many issues with his availability, which is something Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta treats as a key criteria for his players. Sources with a close understanding of the situation have informed CaughtOffside that although a departure in the middle of the season isn't particularly likely, it could be that we'll see Tomiyasu leave if the right offer comes in, as he has plenty of suitors back in Serie A, where he previously shone in a spell with Bologna. AC Milan, Inter Milan, Juventus and Napoli are among the clubs keeping an eye on Tomiyasu's situation. CaughtOffside understands, but it remains to be seen which, if any, of those will make concrete efforts to secure his signature anytime soon. Arsenal fans will likely feel divided by this situation, as Tomiyasu has always done well when called upon, even if he has never quite looked like being good enough to be an automatic starter in a competition where there is plenty of depth at the club. Arsenal also have Ben White, Riccardo Calafiori, Jurriën Timber, Zinchenko and Jakub Kivior as players capable of filling in the fullback roles, so Tomiyasu might do well to consider moving on for more first-team football anyway. It's a shame, however, that injuries have prevented him from getting more of a chance to show what he can do, as it's widely understood that his qualities are rated very highly by Arteta, even if his lack of availability has also been identified as a concern. Arsenal star has long-running injury problem that may need managing, says expert. Arsenal defender Ben White has a long-running injury problem that may need some managing this season, according to Charles Watts, as he explained why Mikel Arteta dropped the player from his starting 11 against Manchester City. Speaking exclusively to Count Offside for his latest daily briefing column, Watts explained that White had some issues with his fitness last season, but largely played through the pain for the club. Arsenal fans will know all too well that White has been a mainstay in the lineup for some time now, so it would have come as a big surprise to see the 26-year-old drop to the bench for such a big game on Sunday. Still, Watts has explained that White was not dropped for tactical reasons or any other technical decision, but just because there is some concern over his current injury status. Watts also made it clear just how much of a boost it is for Arsenal to now have Jurriën Timber and Riccardo Calafiori as options in defense to cope with the absence of a key player like White. Calafiori only joined Arsenal from Bologna this summer and made his first start for Arteta's side at the Etihad Stadium, impressing at left back and even marking his full Premier League debut with a superb goal to make it 1-1 in the first half. Timber, meanwhile, replaced White on the right-hand side and put in a fine shift, with the Dutchman proving a useful member of the squad this season after missing virtually the entirety of the previous campaign through injury. Arsenal concerned as Romano provides update on Martin Odegaard's injury. Arsenal have been without their captain Martin Odegaard for the past couple of games after the Norwegian midfielder suffered a significant ankle injury during the first international break of the season. The 25-year-old sustained the injury while on international duty with Norway in a match against Austria, landing awkwardly on his left ankle. He was later seen returning to London on crutches, fueling concerns about the extent of the injury. Odegaard missed the North London derby last week, which Arsenal won 1-0 away from home, and also missed the draw against Manchester City. Although Arsenal have yet to provide an official timeline for Odegaard's recovery, transfer expert Fabrizio Romano has suggested that the club is concerned about him. Speaking on CaughtOffside's the Brief podcast, Romano confirmed that while the club are concerned about his injury, they hope that he is not out for too long. He adds that the club are willing to not rush him and allow him to recover fully before he returns in order to avoid any recurring injuries in the latter stages of the season. He said, they are obviously concerned. He is a crucial player. He is the captain. He is a fantastic player. So obviously they know this injury is a problem for them. But at the same time, they hope it's not super long. So at this moment, in terms of medical staff, they are doing their best to have Martin back as soon as possible. For sure, we will have to be patient. It's not something imminent. It will take weeks before we see Odegaard back to action. What they always mention to me is that they absolutely want Martin to return when he is 100% fit. They can't accept a new injury for Martin Odegaard later in the season when they are going to compete. They hope for all the main titles. So Arsenal absolutely want Martin to take his time to return when he is 100% fit, and this is going to be the mission of the staff for sure. Riccardo Calafiori becomes just the second Arsenal player to achieve this impressive feat. Arsenal summer signing Riccardo Calafiori has made an impressive start to life at the Emirates Stadium, and he marked his first start for the Gunners in some style against Manchester City with a superb goal in the 2-2 draw. The Italy international joined Arsenal from Bologna this summer, and he's had some decent substitute appearances for Mikel Arteta's side so far this season before being handed his full debut in the last match against Manchester City. Still, the occasion clearly didn't get to Calafiori, who side-footed in a delightful effort from outside the box to make it 1-1 at the Etihad Stadium after Erling Haaland's early opening goal for the home side. According to Opta, Calafiori is now just the second Arsenal player ever to score from outside the box on his full Premier League debut for the North London club. Calafiori looks like he is going to be a great signing for Arsenal, with the 22-year-old surely still likely to improve in the years to come, with Arteta surely the kind of coach who can really get the best out of him. Arsenal ended up going 2-1 up through Gabriel Magalhaes as he headed home a trademark Arsenal corner, but they were denied what would have been a famous victory with just 10 men as John Stones drew City level deep into stoppage time. Still, Arsenal have plenty of positives to take from this game, and Calafiori's sublime strike and all-round performance will be among the highlights. It can't have been easy for Calafiori to make his first Premier League start against such a formidable opponent, but he handled the occasion well, and he will be a joy for Gunners to watch if he comes up with a few more strikes like that lovely effort in the 22nd minute. Arsenal highly likely to try again for a transfer, but not necessarily in January. Arsenal still like Espanyol goalkeeper Juan Garcia, and there is understood to be a very good chance they go back in for the Spanish shotstopper in January or next summer. CaughtOffside have been told the Gunners have very clearly identified Garcia as their preferred option to come in as the number 2 goalkeeper behind first choice David Raya, and their interest hasn't gone away despite a deal falling through in the summer. On that occasion, Arsenal failed to get everything over the line, so moved instead to sign Neto on loan from Bournemouth, with the fact that it's only a temporary move, signaling very clearly that Mikel Arteta and co still want a more long-term backup keeper in place. CaughtOffside understands Arsenal are continuing to monitor Garcia and have a good relationship with the player and his representatives after reaching an agreement over a deal in the summer, with Espanyol rejecting their bids and blocking the move. It seems Arsenal have not given up on Garcia, however, so we can expect the North London Giants to try again for the 23-year-old, though it's still not clear if this will be in the next opportunity in January or if they are happy to wait until next summer. Raya has performed well as first choice for Arsenal since joining last season, but it would certainly make sense to have reliable cover for him as the club did with Aaron Ramsdale last term, though he ended up leaving for Southampton in the summer. This means Garcia could surely still have an important role to play at the Emirates Stadium, and there is a confidence that he remains keen on completing the move at a later date if possible. Espanyol were very keen to keep the player this season, however, so it may be that they will remain tricky to negotiate with. I will be uploading daily Arsenal news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.